Robert Randolph. Part blues, think Buddy Guy. Part funk, think Sly and the Family Stone. Part psychedelic, think Jimi Hendrix. Wrap that all into one, and what you have is the most entertaining and explosive steel player that maybe the music world has ever seen. Like many other artists, Robert developed his love for music and the steel guitar through church. His introduction to the steel guitar was through his church, the House of God, which is known for its church services and worship music being led by steel guitar players. Legend has it that when the church started, they didn't have enough money to buy organs, a pipe organ, a Hammond B3, but they had steel guitar players, and so they had them lead the church services. And this is how Robert developed his love and passion for steel guitar. This style of playing became known as sacred steel. Some of the most notable players being Aubrey Gent, the Campbell brothers, just to mention a few, all contributed to Robert's style and fiery presence. Robert's introduction into the music community in general was from a recording, an album called The Word, which was released in 2001, put together by John Medeski, a keyboard player, and the North Mississippi All-Stars. And they added Robert into the mix, and they recorded a gospel blues jam band record, instrumental record, mostly gospel songs. And that was my introduction to Robert. I was like, when I heard that record, I was like, man, who is this fella? Robert used that record as a launching pad for his own solo career, a career which, among other things, has led to numerous Grammy nominations. Two of the favorite records of Robert's that I have is a record that was produced by T-Bone Burnett in 2010 called We Walk This Road, and the record he put out last year, 2017, Got Soul, which was nominated for a Grammy in Contemporary Blues category. So as I was putting this album together, I really wanted Robert involved. I love his playing and his passion and the spirit that he has when he sits down behind a steel guitar. So I wrote a song, a little R&R, kind of a bluesy gospel-based song. It took about 2 months to find a window of opportunity for Robert to come to Nashville and record. I was going to fly him in, he's going to cut my song, and then he's going to fly home the next day and continue touring. There was plane delays up in New Jersey, and he was supposed to be in Nashville at 10 o'clock in the morning. He did not get to the studio until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he was frazzled. He was so frazzled that he couldn't even find his finger picks. Now you have to realize, as a steel player, your finger picks are of utmost importance. You bend them to shape your fingers, and to the way you attack the guitar is somewhat influenced by your finger picks. He wanted to borrow mine because he couldn't find his, and I thought, oh, this is crazy, you know. He stuck mine and goes, okay, this is good enough, let's go. Taught him the song, and the most important part that I wanted to capture first off was his solo. So we went straight to the solo, and after about 2 takes, I could tell he was in the zone. About the 3rd take, he started a solo. The engineer and myself looked at each other like, this is it. And sure enough, the solo you hear on the record, Robert played that in 1 take. And there it was. When Robert sits down behind a steel guitar, his voice is unmistakable. And on this track, what you get is pure Robert Randolph.